I guess, like, if I'm thinking about it, it's, like, one positive thing about, like, if the election goes to shit, we're, like, so minor to the president.
Yeah.
Or whoever that may be. And we can still make podcasts.
We can still make, no matter what, we will be able to make podcasts. And that is all that oh my god, it's probably dark as heck outside right now because the time changed.
Oh, God. Let's see. When did the sun set?
Depressing.
A minute ago.
Oh, God. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Anyway.
It's only 10 hours and 22 minutes of daylight. This is the worst thing that could happen.
This is the worst thing that could happen.
Today.
Are you ready?
That was not a look that made me think I should be ready.
I'm ready or
not.
not.
Record on OBS?
I'm just making sure that it's... Okay, good. Don't do that. Thank you. Soon we'll be meeting more since, hopefully.
We're only missing 2.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of nice by, like, the end of the season, I can watch the theme song and know everybody.
Yeah, it's cool. It's, like, cool to see, like, what it's referencing.
Yeah. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
And all the war crimes?
All the war crimes. And I blanked. I was like, what's my name? What show are we doing? Who am I? What are we doing here? Welcome back to another episode of First Reaction Fan Reaction. I am your host, King Chloe. With me is my co-host.
Who wants to live forever?
Who wants to live forever?
Dara Whitman.
Hey, Dara, how's it going?
You come into my house.
Yes.
On the day of my...
Yes.
I wish I could do the Marlon Brando voice. It's like, you come to my... I don't know. I don't even know. I just feel like you come to my house. You come to my house.
This is terrible. I think we should play a game of how quickly we can get canceled, or just people can click off.
Do we get canceled if we mock Marlon Brando?
No, I don't think so. But I think we can be so bad at impression that we offend people.
All I can do is Valley Girl.
It's okay. You know what? We all have our strengths and not so strengths. So, hi everybody. Welcome back. Before we get started talking about Fullmetal Alchemist, I just want to remind you that if you like whatever is going on here, you can follow us on a variety of social media. We are available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, @WittyClose. You can listen to our podcast to go on your podcast platforms such as Apple Music and Spotify. You can also give us money on Patreon. We have cool things that you can go and
live stream, spin-off shows, early access.
You know,
yeah.
How it is.
Remember, like a few weeks ago, there was like that episode that was like an hour and a half long, and we just talked about war crimes.
Yes,
and like military in general.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks for you guys. It has been minutes for us.
No, not minutes. Like at least like. Probably
45 minutes.
Over an hour, because like we talked for another hour after that.
Oh my god.
And then we watched 2 episodes.
It's a really long day.
It wasn't even supposed to be a long day.
Are you okay? We are gonna make it through this episode come hell or high water.
No, remember when I told you I hurt?
I know.
So
yeah, that's why I said, are you okay? Today we're talking about episode Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood 32, The Fear of Sun, and episode 33, The Northern Wall of Briggs. Dara, how are we feeling after these episodes?
We did see less of The Fear of Sun than I thought.
Yes, I agree, because there are some scenes that I was like, is this episode or another episode? And it turns out it was not this one. And I'm doing, the longer we go, the worse I'm doing with remembering where certain things are, because my memory banks then rely heavier on the manga rather than the series. So although this is more general plot stuff that I'm just blanking on, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about the episode 32, The Fear of Sun, and let's just go ahead with a synopsis.
It does look like her.
Bless you.
No.
It's definitely not her!
Yeah, I know!
We can't afford to waste our time here humoring some old lady and her stupid cat!
Hey! That's your fault. You were looking for a cat.
Come
My panda.
Where are you hiding?
Right there.
Oh my god, Chame. The Fear of Sun. You remember him?
I do.
Annoying ass little kid.
It wasn't that annoying.
Nepo baby. So, as we recall, our main characters, who we actually haven't seen much of for the past couple episodes, they are the main characters, in fact. So, Ed and Al.
They're still looking for Panda.
Yes, they're looking for Mei Chang, and so they're trying to find her by way of looking for Xiao Mei, because she's a lot more recognizable. It's a weird little panda cat thing. So they're still trying to find her, but they are not really able to, so they're asking locals. I think they find one that looks kind of like her, but not. Meanwhile, we see the actual Mei Chang, who is in East City.
We received new intel on Scar.
He's still running, then. Does he never give up?
Oh no!
Oh, I'm terribly sorry about that, dearie.
No, ma'am, it was my fault, really.
That's an interesting outfit you're wearing.
You want to
Where are
talk?
you from, dear?
Shing, actually.
Is that right?
Don't admit
you're here
that.
sightseeing?
Yeah, they know you.
There's not much to look at.
Who are you?
Girl, you're an undocumented immigrant.
No, I'm heading north right now.
The train bound.
Don't tell people! Child!
This is the final call.
For all your help, ma'am.
Take care, dearie.
Hello? Don't be obvious.
Huh?
Run!
I've never seen a cat like that.
Who are you?
Yeah, we'll find out. She accidentally runs into a mysterious old woman.
What?
Who could it be?
Who was suspicious within like a second.
Yes, immediately everyone's like, like everyone who clocks this lady is like, she looks like she's up to something.
I mean, well, I mean, Kimberly, yes, but then also I'm thinking like when she didn't talk, she seems like pretty normal. But
yeah,
then, like, when she
she's
talks,
like, oh, hello. She's
Down.
putting on her best Mrs. Doubtfire voice.
hello.
Oh, hello.
Even not, because
Yes.
that's Scottish.
A little bit. So, so May runs into this old woman, and they talk for a little bit, and May's like, "Oh, sorry, hey, I'm running out of here. I'm
Also,
going
like-
north. Why did you say that?"
Yeah, but then she's telling her everything, and I'm like,
Yes.
like we know that we can trust this old lady.
Yes, we know that we can trust old lady, but you don't.
Don't. Yes, child.
I cannot stress this, May. There are ears everywhere. But May then goes to join with a person in a cloak, and
We don't know who this is yet.
We don't know who this is yet, and the old woman then notices Chow Mei, and she's like, "Oh, how interesting." Anyway, so that's where that is. So that's, of course, if we're gonna set kind of the stage here. The last episode, Scar's gang had 4 people in it, so that was Scar, Mei Chang, Yoki, and then Tim Marco.
Yeah, Scar is like the fighter guy.
Yes.
Marco is the scientist guy.
Yes.
Mei Chang knows a lot of alchemy, and Yoki exists.
Yoki is a body.
That's it.
And Yoki is so good at being just a body, especially when he shuts the fuck up. And so now we see...
But like, it's interesting that he keeps going along with this. Because
Yeah.
like, even this, he goes along with it.
Dude has nothing better to do. He's literally just out here to eventually get his revenge on Edward Elric. Maybe. I don't even know what his life goals are at this point. Originally, he was in it to get revenge
I
on
feel
Edward
like he
Elric.
had more chance. He had several chances.
Yeah, Yoki just sucks, but he's very funny, and so I'm so amused when he shows up because I'm like, what? Who is this guy? Anyway, and then so now we're actually going to the opposite side of the country. We are closer in kind of the west region. This Suez.
Which way did he go?
I know I heard footsteps coming from over that way.
I'm confused.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I think there's a plan.
Look, over there!
Oh my god, bowling stuff.
They're just like, damn. Well, that sucks.
Foiled again.
Well, time to go home.
Scene with a middle-aged man. who
Time to
had
clock
black
out.
Hair, right?
Yes, that's what it said in the report, sir.
Scar must be getting desperate. But that could help us. He's leaving us a good trail.
I don't know.
Unless.
All right?
Unless.
It's time to get to work.
I can't believe he's smart enough to... I don't know.
And we see Scar, who is also joined by someone with the hooded cloak. We do not see the face yet, and this is important to know. And they are actually being actively pursued by military police. So they have managed to track Scar, and they're kind of on their way to tracking them. And then we actually see that this is kind of an active operation that the military is running to try to locate Scar and also Tim Marco, because of course military is working in cahoots with the homunculi, so they kind of know what's up, and that is being headed by Sulph J. Kimberly, who, as we know, is fresh out of jail. And unfortunately for us, Kimberly is like smart.
He's smart,
He's
but
very
like...
capable, and you can tell that he like has military experience and training for a reason.
He knows something is up.
Yes.
But it does kind of feel like we have like a group of mostly smart people.
Yes.
Going after somebody else who's also smart. So like we're on like the same level. So like we can tell that like the military is like saying to Kimberly it's probably not accurate.
Yeah. Or there's something up here. So they are actually tracking all the sightings of Scar and realize that he is going closer and closer to West City, of course, which is the main city of the West region. Mm-hmm. It's really nice because in Amestris, everything is very accurately named. You have the North region, there's North City, there's East City, South City, and West City. It doesn't get any more obvious than that. So they are trying to find him, and Kimberly is in charge of finding them, which is interesting because he's working with the military, but he is not like in military uniform. He's still like in his white suit kind of thing.
Being all dapper.
I guess he's not reinstated in the military, but of course him working with people who work with the military.
I do wonder like if he's working with people who don't know who he is.
Yeah.
Because like if like people like who knew him and knew what he did, knew that he was back in the military, they'd be like,
that guy? The one who killed people?
Excuse me? I mean, we all kill people, but like...
But specifically killed military people, which is me. That sounds not great.
Liked killing? Like, we met him.
Yeah.
He didn't have the eyes.
Yeah. He is a...
Did you ever look into Kimberly's eyes? Kind of like those eyes.
Wow, what a nice old lady.
A suspicious woman. But that isn't my job.
She's just carrying flowers. Be nice.
Oh my god, he's dead?
Oh my god, wait, he died? I missed that.
It's quite depressing. When you reach my age, you think about it being
I'm
you
so
in the
confused.
box instead of watching it go by.
Surely you can't worry too much about that. You still look plenty young to me.
Yay!
Oh my god.
I can tell a little.
Absolute queen. This mysterious old woman is in fact Lieutenant General Grumman in drag.
Good for him.
It's very funny. Grumman, I really like Grumman.
I mean, like, he knew that he had to come. Like, people like in Central Command know who he is. Mm-hmm. So like he couldn't just like be like, "Hey, I'm here for a visit."
Yeah.
Like, people would know, like, if they saw him, they'd be like, "Why is he here?"
Yeah.
And they probably know his relationship with Mustang.
Yes.
So like he had to come in some disguise.
Yeah, Grumman is very smart as well and knows that like something's afoot.
To the last-ditch plan. So just to be safe, I wore a disguise.
Mustang!
Of course. Now I see why you're
Mustang!
being eccentric.
Straight face!
That really is some get-up, sir.
Eccentric? I think I'll choose to take that as a compliment. Now, what is it you need?
Grumman's good, actually.
At least it's in my
Maybe
checks,
they have
okay.
some information in the library.
The Central Senior staff have all turned, have they? You've gained some information, but you've lost too much doing it. Even Raven, too.
Even Raven.
Not too long ago, I came to Central and he asked me something. Something I found quite strange. He wanted to know if I'd be interested in a corps of immortal soldiers.
Immortals?
The idea of immortality is simply ridiculous. I told him as much and ended the conversation. And not long after that, I was transferred.
You mean you were demoted?
And Grumman is kind of, sounds like he has brushed kind of shoulders with some of the folks on the highest command of Central, because Grumman used to work in Central and was kind of on his way of making his way up the ranks. And he was working with General Raven.
Yep.
And General Raven was like, hey.
Y'all want some juice?
Y'all want to be in a corps of immortal soldiers?
No.
And Grumman's like, what the hell? He was like, no, that sounds like it sucks, actually. Immortality is stupid and dumb and impossible, so get out of my face. Actually, Grumman's probably a lot nicer than that. Grumman was like, no, and just kind of shuts down the conversation, because he just like, that just seems like some nonsense. Basically, it just sounds like someone trying to get him in an MLM, and he just really doesn't want to go. He's
no, but like, it's seriously, it's not bad. Like, I'm gonna recruit you, and then you recruit a few people,
Yeah.
and then you recruit a few people, and that's how, like, you make money.
And then eventually we'll all become immortal soldiers, and we're all gonna get rich somehow. Don't question it.
Well, I think in the stuff I've seen where people are immortal, they can, like, they save up their money.
Yeah.
And then I guess transfer it from to different bank accounts after a certain point. It's like you have to, because, like, somebody's going to get suspicious if the bank account's open for 100 years.
Exactly. It makes it all.
I mean,
make sense.
that's how you stay immortal and hide. You move after a few decades.
Mm-hmm.
Or just, find a house and don't bother people.
Yeah, so exactly. But Raven kind of comes to Grumman with this idea of immortality. Grumman's like, nah. And then very noticeably immediately after is transferred to East Command, which is basically the same as a demotion, because now you're being kind of transferred out of like where the real ladder is, and out to kind of the East region. And the East region is notable in of itself because it's not just like an area that's not central, but it's also the same region that the Ishval conflict happened. So a lot of people who work there are hardened veterans, and there's still a lot of like issues that have kind of
so is it all people who were demoted were sent there? Because wasn't that where Mustang was?
Yeah, he wasn't demoted though. He kind of started after the war. He was just kind of placed there. It just happens to be a lot of those people ended up, and so that's just if you're from that region, you were probably involved in the war in some regards.
Since then, I've been stuck with the inglorious job of cleaning up the messes in the eastern area.
And speaking of messes, do you remember the difficulties that we had in Lior? A false priest was scheming for power. Lior fell into chaos after
30
that.
episodes ago.
But from the outset, forces from the east acted quickly.
But then the forces from Central came in, and all of the eastern forces were dismissed.
Interesting.
Were you aware of that?
Yeah. The peace in Lior was shattered after the Central forces appeared.
Interesting.
What? And why can't they hold off? I'm almost retired. If they'd only wait, I'd be free and clear.
Now I know that you're bluffing.
One day away from retirement.
I'm sorry, General, but someone like you?
I expected you to come crying to me. When you sent me that note, I thought you just wanted some advice. But you're trying to get me involved in this too, aren't you? And it's working. I'm finding myself fired up again.
Hooray!
Careful now. You don't want to mess up your makeup. Right, ma'am?
Oh my, no.
Do you have an opening later, sir? Maybe you and I could grab a cup of tea somewhere.
Very sorry, but no. I appreciate the invitation.
And then also kind of remarks that anytime that his people would get something under control, Central would send their people in, and all of a sudden it is a mess again. So he's like, I literally just cleaned up this mess. Please stop coming in and making a mess. So we know that there are, Central sucks pretty much. But they have obviously an agenda. And there are people in the military who are trying to, I guess, do better, do right, or just, do the best that they can. And they are being kind of sidestepped at every turn to, things suck. So they kind of have that conversation. And
he's like, motherfucker, I just want to retire.
Yeah, he's like, I just want to retire. But through this conversation, we get to, we kind of understand more about Grumman's character, because he's not someone who can just like step aside and let that happen. Obviously, just by his annoyance alone at the things that Central is doing, it is very clear that he does have like a moral compass and also can't stop himself from helping. So Roy's looking to recruit him, basically. In so many words, Mustang is looking to get Grumman into their scheme. And Grumman really just thought that Roy was going to be like, I need advice. And he's like, oh, you are actually trying to get me in on this. I just want to retire. And Roy's like, nah. Because we all know that you can't stop yourself from helping.
Hooray!
Yep. While they're talking about some of the different conflicts that have happened in the East region, they do bring up Lior. It's just kind of an example. And so that's something that we saw. Obviously, it was the second episode of the series. It's the opener for the original 2003. And it's following this very same trend of there is unrest kind of out in the desert regions, out in the East region. And they are trying to, like, Ed went in and he just took the Ed down and it was good. And then, of course, Central came in and now there's all this, like, unrest and things happening. So even though we thought we fixed the issue by getting rid of the weird cult guy.
I mean, it seems like
no.
Central doesn't, like, it seems like they're superior enough that they think they can fix the problem, but then they don't fix the problem.
They're fixing the problem. The unrest is what they want.
Because then deletes the bodies?
Yeah, kind of. And I mean, we're oversimplifying, but
they need the bodies to make more philosophers, so they need the bodies alive, right?
Yeah, but I think in destabilizing, it's easier for people to slip in and then kind of take control in a way that benefits them later.
And they're gonna get the land.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what it's all about. And it's just like real life, except instead of oil, it's alchemy. Anyway, I didn't say that. So what? So they go to kind of part ways, because Roy's like, hey, maybe we can go get a coffee later, and Grumman's like, nah, I don't trust like that. So they're trying to stay kind of separated, but he does notice that Mustang is carrying kind of a stack of notes, and one of them is the drawing of Xiaomei, because he got that from the Elric brothers because he was looking, and so Grumman's like, because it's the same thing he noticed earlier. So we're gonna back to follow the Elrics now because they are the main characters. And we got to figure out what they're up to.
No use. Why is there so little?
I feel like it's been a while. I'm like, oh my god, wait, he's the main character. It's been a minute.
At this rate, I'm thinking we might as well go to Xing.
Road trip.
Hard.
We love him.
There you are, Edward Elric. I found you.
Oh no, your automail's broken. We need to go.
Major, what do you want?
Shh, this is a library. Quiet.
That's fair.
Because they're trying to figure out what the heck is different about alchemy, especially if we know Father is the bad guy, and we know that alchemy maybe has a property to it that is different. Maybe it's not even for the purpose of defeating Father, but it's more like for the purpose of just like understanding it more, so they can get kind of a leg up on the situation.
I want to go to a library.
Yeah, and it seems like a really nice library too. So they're just kind of going to read some books, and we get to see Major Armstrong, who is here in all of his large man sparkly glory. And he is sent by Mustang to deliver a message. It's like, hey, you know that thing you're looking for?
It's like, shh, we're in a library.
We're in a library. Shut the fuck up.
Do it like when Darren and Kaylin did their Infinity War review in a library.
Yes, we're very quiet.
Because they wanted to talk about it.
We are very animated. Yes.
That was fun.
That was a good time. That was actually really interesting. That was a really fun.
We needed to talk about what happened so desperately.
We did.
That instead of waiting a week, and we didn't understand how to do like the StreamYard thing, we just met up at
we did. This was before COVID, so times were very different.
We just met up at a library.
That was cool. I think that was a really fun review. It was very different. But anyway.
I understand you're after a certain Xingese girl who possesses a strange black and white cat. The girl is headed north. According to an eyewitness, she departed by train from East City very recently.
North, huh? Now that's some information I can...
We're going to Russia?
Let's go.
Appreciate it, Major.
There's more.
But wait, there's more.
Take this.
What is it?
A letter of introduction, but it might not be much use. Northern Wall of Briggs, who defends our border. Major General Armstrong.
How do they know each other?
Fullmetal Alchemist.
You are probably going to need help from the North City's command center. There's Fort Briggs, which is the fortress in the mountains of North City. The big wall. And the person in charge is known as the Northern Wall of Briggs, also named Major General Armstrong. Is there a relation? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't we assume that?
Yes, there's absolutely, I mean, they look related, they have the same name, they are related.
Well, I didn't know, like, how old she was.
Yeah.
And, like, we never heard her voice before, so I didn't know, like, if she was, like, younger than Armstrong, so I'm like, is it less? So I'm like, okay, either, like, like either like sister, daughter, or cousin of some sort.
Yeah. So spoiler alert, this isn't revealed to next episode, but like we can just go ahead and say it. It is Alex Louis Armstrong's older sister.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. And you didn't go feral. I'm proud of you.
What a cold hard bitch. Anyway, she's great. Anyway, so we know that they have to go there, and then we're gonna go back to.
I should have asked her more about it when we were at Dr. Knox's place.
No, she seems to like you.
Lane did say it was specialized for the medical field.
Stop talking. Is he talking his head or actually talking out loud? Hello?
You're wearing a full suit of armor. Does that mean you're the Fullmetal Alchemist's brother?
Tubular!
Yeah, I am.
Gee Willikers, mister!
You're in a library, buddy! Shut the fuck up!
It's called alchemy.
Shut up, Al!
What's alchemy?
It's alchemy from the country Xing.
Oh, it's from Xing, huh? But you and your brother are already good enough at alchemy to practice here in Amestris. Our country's a major alchemical power, isn't it? We've got all sorts of talented alchemists.
I've been fed propaganda since day one.
Kind of alchemy they practice in a foreign country.
Who's talking out loud in a library where people can hear you.
He's like, wow, I wonder how we can figure out more about alchemy, and so we can like do this and that. This is so interesting. You know, her when she was doing this with her alchemy, and we're like, Al, please stop talking out loud. Literally, there are ears everywhere, especially this is a library. Speaking of ears everywhere, there is a small child here.
Ooh. And he's like, whoa!
He's like, wow! That's so interesting, mister. And we know who this is because we've been introduced to him before. Alphonse does not. So there's like a fun, quirky little
who is it?
Cute boy. It's Salim Bradley, who is Fear Bradley's son.
So he's like he's a big fan of the...
He's a big fan of the Elric brothers. He's like, I want to be an alchemist too.
I'll be really upset if my dad like killed them, and the dad's like, Papa, like, don't worry, child, I'm not gonna kill them yet.
Yet. It's fine.
Well, it's not.
So basically it's just like this annoying little kid, and that's really so I don't know.
I love how like he's an annoying little kid. I'm just like, I mean, he seems sweet.
No, he's fine. I think I just get tired of like wow.
Yeah, the voice
so cool, mister.
The voice is annoying.
It's nothing against the voice actor. It's more of like just the way that the kid has to act gets annoying. No, Salim's fine. Salim's fine. But I'm just like, all right, kid, because I'm like, I'll get you back to the plot. And they're like, I want to be your plucky little sidekick.
And then Alec, an idiot, is like, I'm learning alchemy. And
yeah.
I'm like, why would you tell this child?
Yeah, because you don't know.
You know who he is.
There's ears everywhere.
And also, like, I feel like they could have just said something like, oh, we found a new thing to possibly get our bodies back up in the north.
Yeah.
Because, like, like Bradley said, you guys can keep going.
But also, Al even says, like, he can't even tell Salim that, like, they're getting bodies back because the fact that Al does not have a body is not common knowledge.
That's fair.
It is not common knowledge.
Well, they can say they're trying to restore Ed's arm because that's common knowledge, right?
Yeah, well, I think so. I mean, I think Al actually plays it smart. He was...
I can't tell him I'm trying to find a way to get my body back, or that we need to figure out how to fight against the homunculi.
What was that,
What
dude?
am I supposed to say? Well,
were you talking out loud?
Alchemistry's supposed to have a lot of medical uses, so I'm just doing some research to see if any of its properties can be used to save people's lives.
Oh, wow! That's just what I would expect an Elric brother to say.
Hey, Al!
He was like, oh, alchemy has a lot of healing properties, so maybe we can use that to heal people. But Salim is
That's
like...
not fun, though, dude.
Salim is, like, knee-deep in a mainstream propaganda. He was like, why would you ever want to learn anything other than alchemy, which is the best, because our country is the best. I love this place.
Man. Well, because he has it good.
He does have it good. He's a little Nepo baby, that's what he is. I stand by that.
One day we're going to put a Philosopher's Stone in you.
Oh, no. Wait, in the child?
Well, when he's an adult.
Oh, okay.
Not now.
I was like, give him a minute. He's just a boy.
As I said, one day, not nowadays.
God. Anyway. So, yeah. What grade do you think is it appropriate to get your first Philosopher's Stone?
I think it should be at least 25.
I mean, the Ling is 15, so...
Is he 15 again?
Yeah,
but that was his decision.
That's like a running joke that gets a little brushed over in the show, but like the fact that Ling like holds himself as he's a lot older, but he's very young and he looks old.
Yeah, but that was his fault that he got a philosopher's stone.
Yeah, that's dumbass. Anyway.
Fucking dumbass.
So, anyway, but Salim is a big Elric Brothers fanboy.
Get ready, we're leaving.
Quiet, brother.
We're in a library.
Where are we
Shut
going?
the fuck up.
Look, first we'll need to stop by the hotel. Hey, who's this kid?
Mr. Armor called you brother. Does that mean you're Edward Elric, the Fullmetal Alchemist?
Yeah.
Oh, cool! You are a tiny alchemist, just like everyone says!
Shut up!
What was that? You brat!
You can't punch him.
Once more.
You
I'll
could.
get you flying.
That's true, too! You hate being called small, just like everyone says!
Step away from Master Salim.
No, wait! Don't shoot him!
You can't shoot him!
Shoot him!
Mr.
Well, you
Salim.
can't shoot him!
Are you Salim Bradley?
Salim,
So shut the fuck
your
up.
son?
Yeah,
Nebo
that's
baby
me.
number 1.
So shut the fuck up!
And so when Ed eventually comes up, he's like, oh my god, you're the Fullmetal Alchemist. Oh my god, you're so short. Oh my god, you hate being called short. That's just what people said. Oh my god.
And then Ed's about to murder this child.
Yeah, Ed's about to freak the
Trying
fuck
very
out.
hard not to murder the child.
Yes, he has 2 guns pointed at him by, the Secret Service detail, or
Yeah.
the Emestrian equivalent, because then we figure out that this is in fact Salim Bradley, the Fuhrer's son. So they meet. How you doing?
Why?
Yeah, this is Bradley.
Why are they there?
Great question.
We were supposed to be heading north.
Don't look at me. Salim, are you interested in alchemy?
Yes! My dream is to learn how to practice it. And after that, I want to become a state alchemist just like you, Ed.
I want to commit war crimes.
And then I'll be able to help
Then my father will love me.
Tell me, Salim, do you get along with your father? You like him?
Do you have daddy
of
issues?
course.
I have daddy issues.
And what kind of man is he?
An amazing man.
Not a man at
His
all.
job is more demanding than anybody else's in the world. He spends all day, every day thinking about the people of this country.
King mad, kill him.
Of course he does.
The Fuhrer's duties must keep
Can we
him
go
very
now?
busy all the time.
That is true. That's what he's good at. But then where women are concerned, I'm afraid he's a bit of an oaf. The first time we met, he made me so angry I actually slapped him. But it worked out for the best. He asked me out after that, and our first date was amazing. Oh, sorry.
And so of course they can't just leave, especially because this boy can just get anything he wants. So they bring him back to the house where they also meet Mrs. Bradley, who's a very nice lady.
I don't think I trust her.
I like her. I know I actually like her.
I'm thinking of other shows where the wife seemed really nice, but was also kind of in on it.
Yeah, very Lady Macbeth style.
Yeah, Lady Macbeth always felt in charge to me.
Yeah,
So
less
not
in charge, but just more in on it, or at least complicit.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I think she might be complicit. Not gonna lie.
But they have conversations. So they're with the Bradley family, and Salim is talking about. He's like, I want to be a state alchemist. So hang out with my father, love my father. My dad's a great guy. And they're like, do you get along with your dad? And I'm like, just stop making it so obvious. He's like, yeah, he's great.
He's good at pretending that he cares.
And I think Mrs. Bradley offers up a very funny story of how he's a very good leader, but he's terrible with women. When they first met, he made her so angry that she slapped him. And they the Elrics are freaking out because they know King Bradley could kill a man in 0.003 seconds.
Yeah.
So the fact that she did that and got away with it, and then that's how they got married.
I
think that's actually really funny.
I'm gonna get all cynical here.
Oh, go for it.
The fact that because King Bradley can't really feel love,
yeah,
or care for humans. So I feel he definitely picked he picked a wife he knew that he could either A, control or B, tell everything to, and be and then she would be involved.
Well, yeah.
So I feel the smack would have been oh, she's got she's feisty.
She got moxie.
She got moxie.
She got spunk.
So I think I can work with this. So either either somebody who can be not compelled, but you could probably walk all over and abuse basically.
Yeah.
Until and gaslight a bit into that, or somebody you can kind of tell everything to, and like they'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah.
or sheep pride.
Oh my god.
I don't think
pride. We're just gonna start like a pride conspiracy board and just like start like putting things.
This is why Photoshop and After Effects would be good for me to learn. Like,
oh yeah.
I do know for one of the shows I'm gonna, and this is like you got a little bit of time before that. I'm gonna try to learn how to do like an After Effects and Photoshop for one of the shows that we're doing soon, because it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So I want to see your pride conspiracy board. That'd be very funny.
I'm gonna show up to your apartment like Charlie Day and It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, I've been waiting for them to like. I'm waiting for something to happen in the show where I'm like, hello, but they're not giving up anything.
Nope,
they're really not giving up anything. Which is gonna be more fun, I think, later. But
it is. Like, that is the fun thing about, like, when a twist happens. Like, I think people always say that, like, you can't really enjoy Sixth Sense again when you know the twist.
Yeah.
That's not true. That's not true, because then you can, like, figure... Because, like, I knew the twist when I first saw the Sixth Sense. You can just, like, go watch Sixth Sense and then figure out all the things that make it a twist.
Yeah, exactly. And that's more fun.
Yeah. I don't know if it's more fun. It's just fun.
Yeah, it's a good time. Right. It's a different kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Thinking about it.
Yes, I'm chomping at the bit here. I'm ready for things to happen. Anyway, so speaking of things happening,
listen to me babbling like a little
Mrs. Bradley.
He just kept stalking me until I said yes.
Yeah. Honestly, I respect her for slapping the shit out of him.
Oh.
Dad's home!
Hi, dear.
Tubular!
Hello, Daddy!
And I also happen to hear that the Fullmetal Alchemist and his brother were paying us a visit.
Hello,
my god.
Long time no see.
Long time. I just saw you boys in Central Command, right?
Remember?
Are you wondering why he doesn't look like us?
No, sir.
He does look like you. What the fuck are you talking
Well,
about?
because we aren't related by blood.
He doesn't even look that much different.
We were unable to have any children of our own.
Huh.
So we adopted Salim, and he's our son now.
Okay.
I'm proud of my boy.
I don't need to know that. You guys look alike. I'm fine.
Get out already, Dad? You're embarrassing me.
But it's the truth. What's wrong, Elric?
Sorry, I was just thinking about my daddy issues.
Oh, it's just that we never see you except at the command center. So this is kind of,
It's a side of you we're not used to seeing, that's all.
I see. But as you can tell, even a man like me has a family waiting for him at home.
Unlike you guys.
I'm sure,
Dead parent.
quite different from yours.
Parent who left.
King Bradley walks in. I mean, he's here. It's him. It's the Fuhrer.
At his house.
King Bradley Wrath. So yeah, he stops by his own house. Shock and awe and surprise. And so he sees the Elrics there. And the Elrics know. And the Fuhrer knows. And the Elrics know. The Fuhrer knows. So they just like are
we don't know what the wife and kid know.
We do not know what they know. So they could just be like, wow, what a lovely afternoon. Or they could be like, but it's somewhere probably within that spectrum. Maybe. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be anything.
It's like, Dad, look, the Fullmetal Alchemist is here. I can do a 12-year-old.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. And then so what follows is just like a very tense discussion, where Ed has the world's worst poker face,
and now doesn't have a choice.
And Wrath is like, see, I have a family. I look at me. I'm just a regular guy.
And I also like the fact that they bring up that, like, oh, like you understand, like, are you having questions like why we don't look alike? And I'm like, but you do kind of look alike.
They really don't look that different. Like I can definitely tell. I mean, there's some differences, but like,
I keep forgetting to look at the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I forget that they're different, but like,
yeah.
But even like, it's interesting because like the hair, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, what's her wife's name? It's
literally just Mrs. Bradley.
Okay, Mrs. Bradley. Susan Bradley.
I was gonna say, does she have a name? No, we don't know her first name.
Okay, so Susan Bradley.
Oh my god, Susan. Oh, I love that. Let's call her Susan.
Okay. So Susan Bradley's like pretty like pale.
Yeah.
And King Bradley's like kind of tanner, and
yes.
like kid's name?
Salim.
Salim. He like it kind of looks a little bit like a mix.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like I would not assume that.
I think it's really hard too. I think because the way children are typically drawn in animation is just like round and very featureless. Because like a lot of what's taking up a lot of real estate on a face as a child is like the eyes, and that's just like and it's round, big eyes.
Yeah.
So it's harder for us, I think, to visually see as an audience like where what the difference is between like this just being like a kid's face versus this being a face that doesn't resemble an adult's because of like genetic reasons. So he's like, we don't look alike, and we're like, we kind of do though.
We kind of do.
You could have told us that he was a biological child, and we like would not have thought anything of it. We would like everything would virtually stay
like the only
same.
thing that would like make it like odd is like the fact that you said homunculus can't reproduce, but like the public wouldn't need to know that, and like you could have also like I don't know like I feel like you didn't need, and I also thought that like if they're not biologically related, I thought that maybe like Susan, before she was Susan Bradley, had a child like from a previous marriage or relationship, and then just bring
like
Bradley adopted him. Yeah.
Which would make sense, but no, that's the way we do it is that boy adopted, and we will let everyone know he's not blood related.
Well, it's like
funny.
a thing of just saying like, look, you don't need to have biological children to love.
It's true to love them, probably maybe
you can adopt children, and yeah, that's still family. Like you can create your own family.
Sometimes a family is a mom, dad, and their child. Sometimes a family is a mom, a homunculus, and their weird child they found on the street.
The little Bruce Wayne that we found.
The little Bruce Wayne found on the street, probably. We don't really know what that kid is about. Anyway, or where he came from. Where'd he come from? Where'd he go?
Cotton Eye Joe?
Where'd he come from? Cotton Eye Joe. The orphanage. Vague threats.
Shut the fuck up!
They have the worst poker faces.
Aw, Daddy, you're leaving already?
No, that was a good one.
Yes. You know I have duties
can't
to
make
get back to,
expressions.
Celine.
Bye! But Father, can't you go north with them? Why are you going north?
Please, you're welcome anytime, State Alchemist.
Okay. That's gotta be freaky.
Let's go.
Aw.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
Can they go now?
We will.
They need to go meet your girlfriend.
It's sad.
Bye!
Neither Celine nor his mother know what Fuhrer Bradley really is.
They're still waving.
We're headed north. We'll catch that obnoxious little brat and make her tell us everything she knows about alchemists.
Stop yelling this out loud where people can hear you.
Yeah. Also, like, do we know what the wife knows? I don't trust her.
We'll be there.
She seems nice. So that's kind of weird. It's a lot of tension. It's a lot of like very thinly veiled threats of being like, basically King Bradley just reiterating that like he knows things, and also like stay in line, don't get in any trouble.
So they can say to him because luckily little kid does not. I keep forgetting it's
Salim.
So Salim does not bring up like, oh, they said they're going north.
Yeah.
So like that could be, but like I think with them they could probably bring up like to the Fuhrer that like, oh, we heard something about possibly a way to bring back our bodies, so we're gonna go there.
Yeah. It's
no
like,
other
we're
reason.
Doing research for alchemy, and that's all we need. Which you said that we could do. You said that we could do it, so we're like, we're good.
Yeah, and remember you stabbed me?
And remember when you're like,
because you thought somebody was in there when like clearly there wasn't.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that something? Anyway, so Then they leave, and then they kind of say that they feel bad because, as far as they know, it doesn't seem like the rest of the Bradley family knows anything. So they're like, man, it must suck to have your dad be a secret homunculus. It's probably a problem. But, they seem nice enough, so let's go.
What's a homunculus, dude?
Wow, that sounds so cool. Tell me what a homunculus is. And so, let's go north and continue on the plot.
Hey, what's that? Is that a train? your fault for not shooting.
Where are they?
Why didn't you shoot? Yeah, you're idiots.
Bye!
Report to command. They jumped on a train bound for West City. Damn.
Did they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they did, but
like...
I can't find any details about Alcahest.
Oh my god.
Haha. It was a distraction.
What?
He managed to escape us again, did he?
Love a good
This is an
wild
accurate
goose
map
chase.
of the west area, right?
Yes, sir.
Is it possible the two we're looking for jumped off?
It would have been very dangerous, sir. But yes, it's possible.
But they do that kind of crazy shit anyway.
All right then. After they jumped off, which way would they go?
Well, there's a shit ton of mountains.
Or south?
So, like...
I don't like that look. I don't like that look.
The end?
The end, yeah. So then we just kind of, I think we close out with following Scar, and just Kimberly on Scar's trail. So they were just trying to figure out where exactly he's going, and we'll get more of that next episode, I think.
Oh, wait, was there? I don't remember that.
Oh, there was. Oh my god, we forgot.
I don't even remember seeing that.
Yeah, I think we just forgot about this. The disguise worked so well that we didn't even notice. We got to Mrs. question mark?
Oh, that was, I remember.
Oh, nice. Good work. It says Mrs. question mark Grumman. Oh, we love Grumman. And Salim is okay. He's fine. He's just like the tag-along kid.
Wow,
yeah.
I love alchemy. And I'm like, all right, kid, let's go commit some more crimes.
He's been brainwashed his entire life.
Yeah. Yes.
We also don't know when they adopted him.
That's true. They don't really specify that.
But again, the Fear's only doing that so that he looks like the typical, like the nuclear family that
typical,
like, oh, we can trust him. See, he's got a wife and child.
It's about that soft power. You can't just have the hard power. You need the soft power.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on this episode here?
I liked it. It kind of felt more like a move the plot along. It feels like we're kind of just like moving the plots along.
Yeah, we're just trying to find a way. I think we're transitioning to move everyone north, because that's where the next leg of the journey is going to be. So we're just trying to figure out how to get there.
Yeah.
And
I guess we meet one of your faves.
I'm not even sure if she's one of my faves. I just think that she is a very intimidating lady, and like she could step on me if she wanted to. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, let's see. Want some trivia?
Yeah.
All right, this episode is based on content from chapters 63 and 64 of the manga. The transmutation circle, which appears in the background of this episode's title card, is the circle from Alex Louis Armstrong's Gauntlets. The end of this episode marks the 2009's anime's first appearance of Edward's altered cloak with the fur trim, because we're going north, so everyone needs their winter cloaks, baby.
Yeah, I don't think that still is a good enough material, buddy. You need...
Yeah, he needs help.
Because this isn't like it's cold. This is
not chilly. This is the north. You're gonna need some goose down or something. Bradley's presence at the family meeting was absent in the manga. In fact, they stay in the library rather than going to the Führer's home. So this is actually an addition into the anime. It's weird that they cut some things out and add other things. They're like, the War Crimes episode is like an entire volume. We're gonna make it one episode. But also we're just gonna add the scene of Wrath showing up.
Fuck it.
Sorry, there's a funny editing error here in the wiki. Shout out wiki writers, we do appreciate you. Let's see. It can be deduced from his remark and demeanor at the Central City train station that Kimberly recognized Lieutenant General Grumman, even through the old woman disguise. The dubbed line makes it seem more like he knew that the person was suspicious, but the original was worded more in that he may have been a little bit more aware of what was going on.
I do kind of find it interesting with Kimberly that even if it's even if it's something maybe he should looking into. I find it interesting, even if something suspicious might come up later, Kimberly's just all focused on the job, and it kind of feels like as long as if the job involves killing people, he's like, that's my focus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. And so he's basically I got my mission. Somebody promised me at the end I could kill a bunch of people, so we're just gonna get there. Don't worry about all those other bulls.
Yeah.
But yes. Oh, Kimberly's encounter with the disguised Grumman, as well as his investigation of Scar's whereabouts, are anime-only scenes and do not occur in the manga. This is so interesting that this episode specifically feels like they had to pad it out. It almost feels like it because it doesn't feel like this episode is not as like meaty as some of the other ones that we watched.
Because this is very much like hey, here's some information you need to go here now.
Yeah, this is a very point A to point B episode. This is a very much transitioning us just into the next arc, which is up in Briggs. So,
hooray!
Yay! And the last one is they, of course, Adult Swim cut out the end credit scene again, but is what it is.
There really wasn't that much in there, was it?
No, like I said, this is I don't think there was a ton to talk about in this episode because it is just like we said, very much a transition.
Man, two episodes that you have to edit that are both incredibly short.
Yes, I know. What am I gonna do with all my free time?
Yeah, this is like.
So I think, unless you have anything else to say there, I think we should take a break.
Okay.
And then come back and we'll talk about the next episode, which is the Northern Wall of Briggs.
Woohoo!
Stay tuned.
We're gonna meet them soon.
Hopefully. Yes. Maybe. Probably.
Are you gonna go feral again?
What?
Are you gonna go feral?
No.
Yeah. If we can't find that bratty little girl, I don't see what other choice we have.
Don't be mean to her.
I hope we can at
She
least find
could
something.
mock him.
He deserved it.
Got a little tension headache.
Yeah.
First thing, see her.
Or who? What do you mean?
What? Don't worry about it.
Even further north than Northern Command. You'll find it.
Oh, what the hell do they know each other, though?
Who?
Armstrong and Armstrong.
Armstrong and Armstrong? What a great question.
Hurry.
How are they related?
There's no escape for you now, Scar.
How feral will they get?
Fullmetal Alchemist. Stupid kid.
Yeah. Also, like, do we know what the wife knows? I don't trust her.
We'll be there.
Oh, she seems nice.
Get some sleep.
I trust a kid because he's kind of an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a non-credit scene?
Probably. Maybe. I don't know.
That was one last time.
I wonder if we'll see any snow.
That would be something.
It would be something.
I might like to see that. Snow's one thing we never got much of back home.
Aw. Yay. We're going north. Hey. We're going fast. Hey. We're going cool. And it's gonna be a fun time. Alright. Alright, that was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, that was a lot less heavy. Alright, next one.